It may look familiar, but what you're looking at here is the sports car of the future. It's the new £34,000 Elise Supercharged, and it may have looked the same for the last 7 years, but it would seem that legislation and the way people are thinking about emissions means that the business of building sports cars is moving towards Lotus. Low mass, low emissions, but still high performance. Right, as ever we're pushed for time. Montserrat behind us, Barcelona somewhere over there. Let's have a look around this vehicle. I'm going to use the crib sheet if you'll excuse me. First time we've had a supercharged engine in the Elise, obviously now all Toyota engine. Those of you that are knowledgeable will already know that the Exige has a supercharged engine, but that's quite different. This is their own Lotus designed supercharger. Now the difference here is there's no intercooler. We'll have a look inside the bay in a minute, which means you've got rearward visibility. In the Exige, all the gubbins is up here, so you can't see behind you. There's also an 8 kilogram weight saving with this new unit. Okay, what you need to know, 217 horsepower, we'll come to torque in a minute, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, 0 to 110.7 seconds, okay, even in this day and age that is pretty quick, isn't it? A half-inch wider rear rims at the back. It's a new design of alloy wheel they say, but it looks frightfully familiar to me. 202 grams per kilometre, that's a headline figure, isn't it, for a sports car, for a vehicle that will do 100 in under 11 seconds and it'll do 202 grams per kilometre. Makes it pretty efficient. 33 mpg combined, it weighs 900 kilograms. Okay, the Mark 1 Elise used to weigh nothing, didn't it? 700 and something kilograms. It's added 200 kilograms, but there's many reasons why. 2008 model year Elise, excuse all the gubbins inside, we're a bit busy. 2 airbags now standard, so you've got a passenger and a driver's airbag standard. You've got standard electric windows, this is a touring pack car. You've got standard central locking. You've got these pro-back seats. You've got a lot more trim than you had before. Okay, we could argue that it would be nice if the Elise was pared back to weighing nothing. If you wanted that, you could have a basic one. But to have all this equipment and quite a good level of comfort, even though it's still compromised, just over 900 kilograms is quite an achievement. Anything else to look at? What distinguishes your supercharged Elise? Well, you've got your badge that says you're supercharged, obviously. But you've also got this rear spoiler here. I'm told it's not just cosmetic, it does have an effect in reducing some lift at high speed. And if we can just poke underneath here, in this now weird Lotus fashion, hidden away under there is a larger diameter exhaust pipe. But with these Toyota engines, they do seem to be a bit apologetic, the exhaust. I used to love it when the Elise Mark 1 had those 2 pipes coming out about there. Then again, you had failing head gaskets the whole time, didn't you? Right, it may say Lotus, but underneath is your Toyota ZZ engine, super reliable, revs like a madman. In this case, no intercooler, okay? So they've got the efficiency, they've got the air going into this well, they don't need the intercooler now. Lotus designed, 8 kilogram saving over the unit they have in the Exige. A little bit down on power and torque, but not much. And also, of course, it fits within the engine bay rather than having to come up here and spoil rearward visibility. The cam shifting on this car is pretty clever as well. It can shift anywhere between 4 and 6.2, depending on the way you're driving. If you're pinned to the floorboards, it'll let go at 4 and give you everything. If you're driving more conservatively, you can get up to 6.2 before you get that step up in acceleration. Again, helps contribute towards that 33 mpg combined figure. I mean, how many other cars out there that can crack 11 seconds to 100 miles an hour and average 33 miles to the gallon? There can't be many. As ever with Lotus, the money has been spent in areas that bring the biggest rewards in terms of ride and handling. So have a look at this. It's quite tricky, isn't it? You have a Yokohama Advan Neova AD07, and that's a tyre you can buy off the shelf. There's a little yellow mark there and it says LTS. That means that tyre is bespoke for this car. And again, that means the sidewall and everything about the tyre has been tuned to work with the damper and the spring, and it does give this incredible ride handling balance. You have a vehicle that stays flat through the corners, is incredibly agile, just doesn't seem to roll at all, and yet when you hit a rocky, nasty surface, the ride comfort is, well, it's as good as a luxury saloon car. True to everything that Lotus has been founded on, and a reason why it remains such an exceptional vehicle. The story of Lotus's fortunes is a classic roller coaster. One minute they've got zillions of pounds, loads of engineering projects, and they're selling lots of cars. The next minute they've got no money at all, and all their engineers are becoming delivery drivers to make sure they don't get made redundant. But for the first time in ages, I really feel there is a great future for Lotus. They embody the type of technology that the whole industry needs to adopt if it's going to have a future for this kind of vehicle. Because a 2-ton German saloon with a 4-litre V8 is never ever going to conform to emissions regulations that want no more than 120 grams per kilometre of CO2 emissions in the next few years. It just will not happen, it's not possible. However, if you've got an 1800cc petrol engine and you meet every single 2008 model year legislation worldwide and your car only weighs 900 kilograms, you've every chance of having a future in the business. So what's it like when you bolt a supercharger onto an Elise? Well, you end up with a curiously relaxing vehicle. Something that's very enjoyable. It doesn't shout at you, its performance is cloaked in a load of torque. I really like that. To me, it just feels like a normal Elise. The power characteristics are the same. You don't drive the car, you don't thrash it, you just allow it to lope along on this wave of torque. If that sounds strange for a sports car, don't be worried. The chassis is still absolutely superb. It steers better than anything else in the class. It stops better than anything else in the class. Some small points that are really worth noting. For me, with the Exige Supercharged, the first time I drove it, there was a little bit of throttle lag that made the car difficult to heel and tow. Every time you wanted to nudge the throttle, there was that slight hesitation, 2 or 3 millimeters of travel on the throttle that made it difficult to do that. That's all gone. The engine calibration on this engine is better than it is in the Exige. Same with the brake pedal. There was this dead travel on the top of the brake pedal that made it a little bit awkward. That's gone. Heaps of torque. It never feels as quick as it is. I'd love to see it against the clock. I wonder whether it will crack 11 seconds to 100. Then again, you look down at the numbers and it's swishing along at quite a rate. It's a bit difficult to navigate the camera around here, so we'll try and work with us and show you some of the new bits and bobs that are standard for 2008. The interior had that rather horrible finish that was first seen in the Europa, hard, nasty Proton really. This time they've covered it in something that's called Senso Soft, which does sound like a conditioner for hair from the 1980s, doesn't it? It's quite a clever solution though. Rather than go for a big heavy new design to give that soft touch plastic, it's that sort of rubberized texture they put on top of a dash to make it feel luxurious. It adds virtually no weight, does make a bit of a difference. It's still quite sparse in here though. Other thing, new dials, new clocks. They look still basically similar to the original stack instruments from the car 10 years ago, but this time we've got an intelligent shift light system that actually, through first and second gears, helps you anticipate so that you don't slap the limiter. You get 1, 2, 3 lights to warn you, and then when all 3 flash like a racing car, grab the next gear. You also get a readout, a speed readout on the electronic section down by the fuel meter, but otherwise it's still very, very basic, very Lotus the way we like it. There are a couple of notable options. On top of the touring pack, you can also have a sports pack, which is another 1,500 quid. It brings you trick dampers, some IBAF springs, bigger brakes, performance-oriented kit. There is also a £1,000 limited slip diff option. Now, Lotus and the limited slip diff don't have the best relationship, and rather wonderfully in the press debrief they said, yes, you can spend £1,000 on limited slip differential if you want to do some auto testing, but we'd rather you didn't because we developed the car properly in the first place, therefore it doesn't need one. In short, I love the way it looks, I love the way it drives, I love the control weights, I love the ride, I love the handling, I love the performance. I like the Elise Supercharged an awful lot.